In a world where wealth and success are often seen as mysteries reserved for the few, there are untold stories about how the rich actually stay rich. The rich don't just tell you, don't tell them for fun, it's a secret many are uncomfortable sharing. Let me take you back to a conversation I had with my dad. He was well educated, with a PhD, and naturally, I figured he had all the answers. But when I asked him why schools don't teach about money, his response was baffling. The government doesn't allow us to teach that, he said. Can you imagine? School, which is supposed to prepare us for life, doesn't even touch on one of the most important aspects, money. I couldn't let that go. Isn't the point of school to learn about money? I asked. My dad, calm but firm, told me, no, the point is to get a job. Wait a minute. So, we're supposed to just work without understanding why? This didn't sit well with me, and I dug deeper, only to realize the harsh truth. Schools are designed to train employees, not teach people how to create wealth. That's when my dad pointed me in the direction of my best friend Mike's dad, an entrepreneur. When I asked why I should learn from him, my dad dropped another bomb. Entrepreneurs need to know about money to survive. Employees don't. At that moment, the world felt upside down. My dad, a government employee, had a point. Entrepreneurs can't afford to be ignorant about money, or they'd lose everything. Employees, on the other hand, are cushioned by the system. Determined, I approached Mike's dad and asked him to teach me about money. He bluntly refused, but I didn't give up. Eventually, he agreed to teach me under one condition: I would work for free. Why? Because, as he said, the moment I pay you, you'll think like an employee. Mind blown. At 9 years old, I realized that entrepreneurs don't chase paychecks, they create value. So there I was, picking up cigarette butts, doing odd jobs, and later learning office work and accounting, all without getting paid. In return, he showed me how to think about money. His lesson was simple yet profound. He made me play Monopoly. Frustrated at first, I didn't understand how a game would teach me anything. But when I asked, he explained, what do you think we've been doing all along? This is how real wealth is built. Fast forward, and Mike's dad had purchased the largest piece of land in Waikiki, Hawaii. That land eventually became the Hyatt Regency Hotel, sold for $800 million. It was just like the Monopoly board: buy small, build big. This is how I learned that wealth isn't about immediate gains but about long-term strategy. The reality is, schools will never teach you this. Life will. You'll face financial crises, you'll make mistakes, and you'll probably feel lost at times. But here's the key: mistakes are how you grow. The rich don't stay rich because of what they own, they stay rich because they understand money and take risks. Meanwhile, poverty begins in the mind. The poor remain poor not because they lack opportunities but because they're conditioned to fear mistakes and avoid risks. If you want to break free, understand this: money is a tool, not a goal. Learn how to use it, embrace mistakes, and start thinking like an entrepreneur. And remember, the secret to wealth. It's not in schools. It's out there, in the real world.